bum, bim, bim, bum, bim, 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 bum, bum, bim, 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 bum, bim, 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 bum. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Bim bam, bim bim bam, bim 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 bim, chiri biri biri bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim bim bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom. In matov manayim, shevet lavim gam yachad. Oh, you know something? I forgot to press the button. I'll bet you're all commenting right now that the sound is terrible. Okay, let's try it again. Hine matov manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Try it again. Hine matov manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov manayim, shevet achim. Is this my mother calling? No, it's my sister calling. She's calling me during Havdalah. Hi. Do you have a sound complaint for my live stream? I let her know we have Havdalah. So she's having you call me. That's great. Okay. I'm on the stream now. All right. It's okay. All right, bye. Gotta love it. Okay, my mother likes to call me. And when she can't call me, she has my sister call me. Bim bum, bim 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 bum, bim 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 bum, chitty bitty bitty bim bum, bim 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 bum, bim 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 bum. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom. So I'm going to check the old live stream and see if anybody's here, because they were checking to see if we have Havdalah, but clearly we do, because I'm on. Then you see, yes, see? Isn't that hilarious? I do have wonderful ladies in my life. I am nice. What are you talking about, Cheryl? I'm very nice. So, good. I corrected the sound. Shavua Tov, everybody. I have the best women in my life. Especially my wife. Right, honey? Anyway. Shavua Tov, Paula. It's freezing cold outside. I hope nobody's outside. Okay. I'll do a Leonard Cohen song, but not Blue Raincoat right now. Sorry. But I'll figure out another Leonard Cohen song, okay? Anyway, right now I'm going to do the Havdalah. And I found out that, you know, since they removed the, they did remove the prayer book from the Reform prayer book from the CCAR, which was so helpful for us during the pandemic. So there is no more CCAR prayer book, but the URJ, last time we did this, I used the first search result, which was Chabad, which is Orthodox, and it wasn't even for Shabbat, it was for the three festivals. So instead of that, I found a much better option, which is Reform Judaism. They have a wonderful page. If I can get this to work. Here we go. And there you go. Okay, here. Havdalah blessings. All right. So it's here. It's just it's on a page. So I'll have to scroll down instead of turning the page. So it might take me a little bit between the blessings to change things up here. Yeshuati Evtach Velo Echad Ki Oziva Zimratya Adonai Vayihiri Lihishua. And if you have your Havdalah stuff, bring it out. You just need a candle, a glass of wine or grape juice or water or whatever you got, and something that smells good, like spices. Shavtem Mayim B'Sason Mimanei Yeshua. Shavtem Mayim B'Sason Mimanei Yeshua. Mayim B'Sason. Mayim B'Sason. Hey, Mayim B'Sason. Mayim B'Sason. Shavtem Mayim B'Sason Mimanei Yeshua. Shavtem Mayim B'Sason Mimanei Yeshua. Mayim B'Sason. Mayim B'Sason. Hey, Mayim B'Sason. Mayim B'Sason. Adonai Yeshua Lam Chavir Chatecha Sela. Adonai Tzvot Imanu Miskav Lanu Elohei Yaakov Sela. Adonai Tzvot Ashrei Adam Boteach Bach. Adonai Hoshia HaMelech Yanenu V'Yom Korenu. La Yehudim Ha'etahora V'Simcha V'Sason. Sing it now. La Yehudim Ha'etahora V'Simcha V'Sason V'Ka. Yeshuotesa, Uv'Shem Adonai Ekra. Just give me a minute while I scroll this down. I'm gonna scroll down, scrolling. Keep those blessings scrolling. Keep those blessings scrolling, Rabbi. That's what I do when I roll the Torahs, by the way. I say, rollin'. Keep those Torahs rollin'. Keep those Torahs rollin', Rabbi. And anyway, it's... Grape juice, bring it out. Or water. Or wine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech Yours is lit. Ya la 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 Put it out, put the candle into the water or wine or grape juice or whatever fruit of the vine you have. Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol. Where's the Hamavdil? Did they skip Hamavdil? They did, didn't they? Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol, chatoteinu hu yimchol, zarenu v'chospenu yarbe kechol, v'kochavim b'layla, shavua tov, 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 a good week, a week of peace, may gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace, may gladness reign and joy increase. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Atishmi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Agiladi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Agiladi, Imera Yamenu, Yahavu Ereno, Imashiach ben David, Imashiach ben David, Miriam Anavia, Oz Bezimra Beyada, Miriam Tirko Itanu, Lehaki Zimra Tola, Miriam Tirko Itanu, Letakene Tahola, Mimera Yamenu, Itabienu, Elmea Yeshua, Elmea Yeshua, Miriam Manavia, Kozvazimra Beyada, Miriam Tirko Itanu, Lehaki Zimra Tola, Miriam Tirko Itanu, Letakene Tahola. Shavua Tov, may you have a good week, may you find the happiness you seek. Shavua Tov, may your week be fine, may it be as sweet as a Sabbath wine. Shavua Tov. So, I'm going to stop sharing, but I'm not going to stop caring. So, I'm going to check up on y'all. See how you doing? We got some viewers here. Clearly people don't want to be outside. They'd much rather be here doing Havdalah with Cantor Singer and Stephen Wise, Free Synagogue. Isn't that right? Right? Good. I knew you'd agree with me. Shavua Tov, Jerry. Hello, honey. My wife. Andy. Jerry. Robert. Shavua Tov, Gerald from lovely Wyoming. I'll bet it's even colder there than it is here. Yeah, it's got to be freezing out there in Wyoming. Oh, my goodness. Cheryl. Wonderful. Yes, I have wonderful ladies in my life. I did read that before. Sounds good. Thank you, Robert. I like my feedback after services. I always say that when I hear feedback. Good. Shavua Tov, Muriel, you made it. Yay. I'll bet since you're here, that means Mom is here. Hey, baby, it's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside. I think that was written by a Jew, too. Baby, it's cold outside. Let me know if that's a Jewish songwriter who wrote Baby, it's cold outside. I know it was featured in the movie Elf. How much I know, because I analyzed Elf, the movie Elf, which features Stephen Wise Free Synagogue in it. By the way, if you watch Elf, if you're into Christmas movies, I think it's the most Jewish Christmas movie of all time because it's written by a Jewish film writer who didn't celebrate Christmas, but was obsessed with it as a kid. Actually, maybe he did celebrate it as a kid, but he was Jewish. That's it. And he was obsessed with the movies. And his mission in life was to write a Christmas movie. And he did it. And it's very Jewish if you analyze it. I wrote an article about it for a book that's supposed to be coming out soon. All right, Paula. Leonard Cohen. That's the first, there's Mom. Hi, Shalom Ima. Eli. Okay. I was teasing your son. He took it well. Good. Sim Shalom by Dan Singer. Od Yovo Shalom. Od Shalom. Ose Shalom by Dan Singer. Oh, hey, Stephen Blitz. How you doing? Good to see you here. 64 degrees in Tampa. Sure, rub it in. Thanks, Robert. While you're out there at the pool, we're up here freezing our tushies off. So you want a lot of Dan Singer songs, Ima. So I might as well just play you like recordings. I made recordings, Achat Sha'alti by Dan Singer. So I have a lot of recordings of this stuff. I could just play you recordings of my things from my, well, it's from my songbook. So I have a songbook called Tapestry of Prayer. I've talked to you about this during the pandemic. I came out with a book right before the pandemic, and then my whole album thing went on hold, and I was never able to quite to finish it. So I think I'm just going to release it because even though it's not done, I'm just gonna release it. I'll put a cover on it and send it out so everyone can enjoy it. And Darius Rucker's Wagon Wheel. Okay, co-written by Bob Dylan and Ketch Sikor. I can't do that tonight, but I'll take a look at it for some other time. I do have a few Bob Dylan songs I'd love to sing for you that I've adapted to the Hebrew liturgy. So I will do some Dylan and I will do some Leonard Cohen. So maybe I'll start off with the Leonard. Oh my gosh, there's so many comments. Chitty bum. All right. Oh my goodness, so much. Warm here in Wyoming, 20 degrees. Last week it was negative 45 last week. So we got all your cold weather. That's what we're enjoying. Hi John from Minneapolis. We saw another family this morning from Minneapolis who were very kind to come up and talk to me and mention my sister-in-law who's there in Temple, Israel. Hi. And so, yeah, it was nice. No, there is no mention of Christmas and Baby It's Cold Outside, but it's known as kind of a Christmas song. It's actually people don't like it because it's very inappropriate, and there's a lot of funny parodies about it. Muriel, you should check them out. It's about a guy who won't let this woman out, and it's the reinterpretations of it are really hilarious. But I think there's a scene in the shower where there's a scene in the shower in Elf. She's taking a shower, and the elf walks into the shower, and then she's in the middle of singing it, doesn't know he's there, and then all of a sudden he starts in with the duet. It's quite funny. That's Will Ferrell. Anyway, so that's Baby It's Cold Outside. I probably need another person to sing it, and it's probably inappropriate for Hafdallah, so I'll skip on that. Bring on the Dylan. Dean Martin sings it. I'm not sure. Oh, Dean Martin sings the Baby It's Cold Outside. Yeah, that's right. Lou Orsoni song must have. Yes, there's a song by Lou Orsoni. Lou Orsoni was my guitar teacher, my first guitar teacher. Well, maybe not my first, but yeah, he was the only one worth mentioning here. Lou Orsoni, the late Lou Orsoni, passed away very young. But he wrote a lot of songs about the North Country. If anybody watched the interview I had with Louis Kemp, that's what it was about. It was about our bond as Jews from the North Country, and it's about Bob Dylan's Jewish background. It's on JBS, and just talking about what it's like to be a Jew growing up in Duluth, Superior, Hibbing, that kind of thing. Talking about their friendship, talking about his, all kinds of cool stuff. So if you haven't seen it, there's a link to it, I think, now on YouTube, and you can watch it. It's Bob Dylan's Jewish background there. Okay, so with Louis Kemp and me talking in the sanctuary, and they added music and pictures, and JBS does an incredible job. And we mourn the loss of Rabbi Mark Golub, the founder of JBS, who just passed away this week. Anyway, I really would love to do more of that with Louis. He's so funny, and he has a lot of great stories to share in that book, Bob Dylan and Me, it's called. And anyway, up in Duluth Superior, there was when I was growing up, there was a pretty strong folk music scene, and Lou Orsoni was part of that. He was like the Superior, Wisconsin. I don't know, not a Bob Dylan, but he's definitely kind of like maybe an Arlo Guthrie, that kind of spirit. So he taught me a lot of stuff, and there's a thing called the Lake Wisconsin Waltz. It goes something like this. I am from Wisconsin, that's understood. I never been a travel, and I work in the woods. I hunt in your rivers, I hunt in your pines, and my grandpa was a foreign in the iron Mormon line. You are the blessed thing that I'll ever see. Superior, you look like an ocean to me. Your factory of whales and your collection of gales keep me awake every night with your gales, and you're so damn cold. You're so damn cold. There's other verses. Ya lie, la 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 la, ya lie, la la la, la 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 la, ya lie, la la la, lie, la 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 la, la lie, la la la, ya lie, la 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 la, la la la. You are the best thing that I'll ever see. Superior, you look like an ocean to me. Your factory of whales and your collection of gales keep me awake every night with your whales. You're so damn cold. You're so damn cold. So that's one of his songs. Another one that I think was written about my mom, and she's here, is by Lou Orsoni. You got the skyrockets in your eye sockets, you got the fireworks in your head, you got the crazy flashlights all around your face, you put a melody in the air. Wanna march in your parade on the 4th of July, wanna drink lemonade in your lawn, you wanna sit right back in your summer nights and watch fireworks fade out. Let's try that again. You got skyrockets in your eye sockets, you got the fireworks in your hair, you got the Christmas lights all around your face, you put a melody in the air. Wanna march in your parade on the 4th of July, wanna drink lemonade in your lawn, wanna drink lemonade. the summer nights and watch the work fade down. There's more verses, but I don't remember them offhand. Anyway, that's a little taste of Lou Orsoni and Superior, Wisconsin. He's a great songwriter, and I wish his stuff was more readily available. Maybe I'll record some of it and put it out. It is so damn cold. Yeah, and it's like the best song about Lake Superior. And it's not just about Superior, Wisconsin, our little town, but about the lake. I was thinking about including it in that play, Hardball, that I got involved in about the Superior baseball player. But we got to find somebody to produce it. So if anybody knows somebody who likes to produce plays these days, Jewish plays about Superior, Wisconsin, be in touch with me. All right. It's called Hardball, Jewish baseball player from Superior, Wisconsin. Hi, Hannah. Bring on the Dylan. Okay, so we're going from here. From Lou Orsoni, who doesn't have any lyrics printed anywhere. I was just going off the top of my head. To Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan. Bring on Bob Dylan. I'll get to the Leonard Cohen too, and I'll do some other stuff. So last summer I was camping out in the woods for a few weeks with my family, and we were having a good time. And I bring my guitar with me, and that's kind of when I get a little bit creative and I have a little time to myself. So I was experimenting with some stuff, and I was sending it to Louis to see what he thought. And here's one of them. So you know the song "Forever Young." So it's like a blessing, right? It's, you know, one of the most Jewish songs he's got. So, you know, we do a lot of these adaptations at Shabbat services. Like just last week, I did the duet with Alex on the Bima. We did the Sound of Shabbos at the end of services, which is the Garfunkel, Simon Garfunkel duet. Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. I'm sorry, love, I don't know that well enough probably to just pull it out. So yeah, Forever Young, that's Muriel guessed it. So it's called Forever Young, and I adapted it to the priestly benediction. So I was thinking about closing services with this. So let me know what you think. And by the way, Bob Dylan, he does a lot of tuning of his guitar in his acts. There's a really funny audio recording of him at a concert, just like totally just sitting there tuning his guitar and bantering back and forth with the audience. It's quite funny. Yeah, I can do If I Had a Hammer. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May others let me try that again. May God bless you and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on, never run. May you stay righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. And may stay forever young, forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young. Yivarechecha Adonai, v'yishmerecha, Yair Adonai, panav elecha, Yisa Adonai, panav elecha, v'yaseh lecha. Adonai, v'yishmerecha, Yair Adonai, panav elecha, Yisa Adonai, panav elecha, v'yaseh lecha. So I did a couple other ones too of Bob Dylan adaptations of stuff. So uh, I think I talked about this in my class. If anybody attended it from who's watching right now, it's called The Crossroads of the North Country, and it's about Bob Dylan and John Hammond and their parallel universes colliding not only at Columbia Records but also in Superior, Wisconsin, my hometown. I mentioned in this class about one of his most famous songs. Just pulling up the lyrics. "Blowin' in the Wind." And "Blowin' in the Wind," I don't know if anybody's ever mentioned this before. I've read a lot of books about Bob Dylan, but I don't remember seeing this mentioned. And maybe people can let me know if they've seen this before. But basically, I was looking it up, and there's a story about first of all, there's a story about "Blowin' in the Wind" that it was brought up by people in the class. They said, "Didn't he steal that song?" Well, no, he didn't. So it's somebody else tried to claim credit for it. A kid. It was just an unfortunate fib that he was trying to get some credit with his band in New Jersey or whatever, and this little kid, it was kind of a thing that he couldn't back off of once everybody was like blown away that you know Bob Dylan had taken it from him or whatever, that he had purchased it or whatever. But it was all nonsense. And only by the 1970s, early 70s, did he actually apologize and regret it because it actually caused Bob Dylan a lot of remorse, a lot of trouble. He really felt terrible about that rumor. He definitely wrote it. It was actually just down the road, just down the block on 4th Street. Positively 4th Street, the Hebrew Union College, which is on 4th Street. And it was just down the block on Washington Park, I believe it was, where he was sitting there with another songwriter who also happens to be Jewish. and his name is not coming to mind right now. I'm a little brain dead right now, but he's half Jewish, I think, on his father's side. Anyway, there's these two Jewish songwriters. Okay, can't really call them Jewish songwriters. They're just songwriters, folk singers. And they both happen to be Jewish. Who knows if they talked about their Jewish identity at all or not? But they write this song. He was playing this other artist was playing the song. It's a slave song, and now that's not coming to mind either. I need my notes in front of me, but it's a song from the slave era. Okay, somebody will remind me what song that the melody for "Blowin' in the Wind" is. It's taken from a slave song. Anyway, so this guy's sitting there playing the chords, and Bob is writing down the music. I mean, writing down the lyrics for this song. And so he asks all these questions. In fact, each verse has 4 questions, or 3 questions. Sorry, 3. There's 3 questions and 1 answer. The answer, my friend, is "Blowing in the Wind." It's not really an answer, but it's like, you got to. It's in the wind, okay. And I think at one point he says, "What is that about?" And he says, "You need the wind in order to ask the questions. You need to be able to have that wind behind you in order to ask the questions." So it's like, for me, it reminded me of the 4 questions. 3 questions, 1 answer. The 4 questions aren't really questions. There's 1 question, "Manishtana halayla hazeh," and then there's 3 answers. So it's kind of like the opposite of that. There's 3 questions and 1 answer. Anyway, so I researched this actually, and I found out what day it was. And I don't have that on the top of my head either, but it happens to have been 2 days before Passover. 2 days before Passover, that they wrote this song in Washington Park. 2 Jewish guys collaborating on this. One was playing the chords, and the other one was writing it. It was Bob Dylan. And 2 days before Passover. So I think of this. I think of this song actually as a sort of 4 questions. And the story about, there's a story that is in Louis's book about, I don't think I got to this I gotta move this over here so I can see it. So he talks about how he organized a Seder in LA with 2 friends, and one of them was Marlon Brando and the other one was Bob Dylan. And neither of them knew that the other one was coming. He just organized it. They both had separately asked if they could be there, and Louis organized the Seder. And so Brando was asked to read, and he ends up reading it in this dramatic Shakespearean monologue type style, and brought the house down. There's a funny story also about the Charoset. That he it's very funny. It's you can imagine it happening, and then they asked Bob to sing one of the prayers, to sing it, and instead of singing a prayer, which may have been the 4 questions, I'm not sure, he sang this. He sang "Blowin' in the Wind." So I'm gonna I'll show you how it works. How many roads must a man walk down before you can call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol halelot. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol halelot. Shebechol halelot anochi kametzu matzah halayla hazeh must the mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? And how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? Yes, and how many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol halelot. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol halelot. Shebechol halelot anu oflim she'ar hirachot. Halayla hazeh, halayla hazeh, halayla hazeh kulo maror. Yes, and how many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? And how many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Skipping to the end. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol halelot. Everybody. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol halelot. Shebechol halelot anu yoshvin ben yoshvin uben mesubin. Halayla hazeh, halayla hazeh, halayla hazeh kulanu mesubin. Halayla hazeh, halayla hazeh, halayla hazeh kulanu mesubin. So anyway, that's another adaptation. So I did Forever Young, Ma nishtana, for the Blowing in the Wind. There was a third one, but I forget which one it was. Anyway, I did several of these, and for me they work, you know. Oh, Masters of War. Here, Masters of War. That's it. Here, watch this. Here, I'm just gonna pull this up real. I'll just do a couple little verses. You've heard me sing this before here. Anyway, but here's a new take on it. That's all right. Come, you masters of war. You that build the gig guns, you that build the dead planes, you that build all the bombs, you that build high walls, you that hide behind desks. I just want you to know I can see through your masks. Anyway, so I adapted several of those. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Thank you, Candace. Yeah, it works. It totally works. And if I had more time, I'd sing through all of it. Anyway, I want to get back to this list. People came in with a lot of. You played with Zanes, Dan Zanes. Please send him my best. Miss him. He's an amazing guy. Just the sweetest, most down to earth guy. Reminds me a lot of Dylan, actually. He reminds me kind of in that vein. Uh, so cool. So, can you do If I Had a Hammer? I'll get to that, and I'll get to the other ones too. I'll get the Leonard Cohen. Just got to pull it up here. If I Had a Hammer. Lyrics. Here we go, buddies. Here we go, folks, for Lev. Lev is an amazing fiddler. If you're at home fiddling around, please fiddle with this here, okay? Okay, here's the lyrics for y'all and for me. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out warning, I hammer out love, Jesus, brothers and sisters, all over this land. If I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd hammer it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out danger, I'd ring out warning, I'd ring out love, Jesus, brothers and sisters, all over this land. If I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out a warning, I'd sing out love, Jesus, brothers and sisters, all over this land. And I got a bell, and I got a hammer, I got a song to sing all over this land. Hammer of justice, it's a hammer of freedom, it's songs about love and sweet brothers and sisters, all over this land. I can't do any more scrolling and keep this music going. I mean, it's got. Oh, that was it. That was the whole thing. Okay, it looked like there was a lot more. Here, I'm going to stop sharing here now. Okay, what are we at now? Sorry, I don't know Three Little Birds, but I should. I should know. Bob Marley. Oh, that's great stuff. He went on tour with Dylan, too. They did stuff together. Some of these Bob Marley songs almost sound like Bob Dylan songs when they're singing his style. I went to a concert recently where they featured a lot of Bob Marley stuff, and it was like, boy, you know, they don't sound like Bob Marley, but when they sing it, it sounded almost like Bob Dylan. Anyway, a lot of guys named Bob in the rock world. Baby, it's cold outside. I only recently figured out how risque "Baby, It's Cold Outside" is. Exactly. There's a lot of parodies of it, and they're so hot. They're so funny. They're very funny. It's sad to laugh at that, but you have to look back in time from this period and see. I mean, it just would never fly now. That song just wouldn't fly. I don't think so anyway. Too mushy from the start. Yeah. Hi, Hannah. Nice to have you with us. So I got to figure out. I do have to figure out a city of New Orleans. Here, let me do real quick. I'm gonna pull out some Leonard Cohen because I promised somebody to do some Leonard Cohen. So let me see. Blue Raincoat. I don't know well enough still. I have not studied it. I need to. Once I hear it, then I know it. I need to sit down and hear it. I need to listen to more music. That's not other stuff that I've been listening to. I'm too busy. Anyway, what are his most famous? So there's obviously Hallelujah, Dance Me to the End of Love, Suzanne. You want a darker? Famous Blue Raincoat. Who by Fire. I'll do Dance Me to the End of Love, I guess, right? For tonight. Is that okay? I'll get more fancy later. All right. By the way, Dance Me to the End of Love. That Leonard Cohen said this, not me. I didn't say this, but Leonard Cohen says that this song, it's an unusual inspiration for him. He was inspired to write this. The Holocaust actually inspired him to write this. So he says, "Dance me to your beauty with a burning violin. Dance me through the panic till I'm gathered safely in. Lift me like an olive branch and be my homeward dove. Dance me to the end of love." You know, it's interesting. It's interesting to think that that was the inspiration for him was the Holocaust. So dance me to your beauty with a burning violin. Dance me through the panic till I'm gathered safely in. Lift me like an olive branch and be my homeward dove. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. Oh, let me see your beauty when the witnesses are gone. Let me feel you moving like they do in Babylon. Show me slowly what I only know the limits of. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the wedding now. Dance me on and on. Dance me very tenderly and dance me very long. We're both of us beneath our love. We're both of us above. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the children who are asking to be born. Dance me through the curtains that our kisses have outworn. Raise a tent of shelter now, through every thread is torn. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to your beauty with a burning violin. Dance me through the panic till I'm safely gathered in. Touch me with your naked hand or touch me with your glove. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. And that's a little Leonard Cohen for you. City of New Orleans. One day. Thank you, Andy. You met his son, Bob Marley's son. That's pretty cool. Okay. So I'm going to do One Day, Matisyahu. Okay. One Day, Matisyahu. I think I told you, I told you before when I may have done this before. I got to preview, I was friends with his first record producer, and he shared with me like one of his first albums before it was released. It was kind of cool. So I got to hear this before it was laid out to the public, and I thought it was amazing. Okay, here. Let me. Sometimes I lay. Here for a reason. Sometimes my tears are down, but never let me down. So when negativity surrounds, know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and we'll see the children will say, hey, one day, one day, one day, oh, one day, one day, one day, oh. Sometimes, we'll start at the top. Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. And then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, but oh, someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will say, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Sometimes Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Behamidenu Shomrenu Lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Behamidenu Shomrenu Lechaim. One day, one day, one day, one day. All my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Or something like that. Okay, Matis Yahoo. That's it. Yeah, it's an old mashup that we used to do sometimes. I think I did most of these songs. I know there were some other things people asked for. Oh, the city of New Orleans. Maybe I'll do City of New Orleans and then call it a night. It's already been an hour. Good old Arlo Guthrie. Let's see if I can do this. Say to me, I'm not made of sun. City of New Orleans. I don't know why it's not in my head. The song here. Just a minute. Maybe I'll pull it up on my phone here real quick. Let me see here. New Orleans City of New Orleans. Song by the Highway. Oh, song. Here we go. Good morning, America. How are you? Okay. Yeah, now I remember. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rail. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors and 25 sacks of mail. All along the southbound Odyssey, the train goes out of Kankakee. Passing trains that have no names, freight cars full of old black men, and tractors of rusted automobiles. Good morning, America, how are ya? They don't me, I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Dealing card games with the old men in the club car. Penny a point, ain't no one keeping score. Pass the paper bag that holds the bottle. Feel the rails rumbling beneath the floor. And the sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride the gutters, parents of steel. Like that. Mothers with their babes asleep, rocking to the gentle beat, and in the rhythm of the rain they feel. Good morning, America, how are ya? Say, don't me, I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Good morning, America, how are you? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Yeah, there's more verses here. Nighttime on the city of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home we'll be there by the morning, through the Mississippi darkness rolling down to the sea. But all the towns and people seem to fade into a bad dream, and all the steel rail ain't news. I missed a chord. The conductor sings his songs again. The passengers will please refrain. The blues. Good night, America, how are you? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles where the day is done. I'm gonna try that last verse again, see if I can get it right this time. Nighttime, nighttime on the city of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home we'll be there by the morning, through the Mississippi darkness rolling down to the sea. Through the Mississippi darkness rolling down to the sea. But the towns and people seem to fade into a bad dream, and Boy, it's worse the second time around because I have to cough. Okay, see here. Nighttime on the city of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home, we'll be there by the morning. Through the Mississippi darkness, rolling down to the sea. But the towns and people seem to fade into a bad dream, and the steel rail chain. And the steel rail still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings his songs again. The passengers will please refrain. The train got the disappearing railroad blues. Good night, America, how are ya? Hey, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Okay, friends, that's about it for the night. It's been great. I think it's been great. Anyway, I want to thank you all for being with me again. Shavua Tov to everybody. And I'm going to say hasta la chala, babies. I'm going to say I'll see you next time. And don't forget to tune into other events happening at the synagogue. Got a lot going on here at Free Synagogue at Stephen Wise and 68th Street. You don't have to just tune in here to my basement blues, but you can instead come and see us do this stuff in person. It's quite lovely in our nice warm sanctuary. So I'm going to say see you later, alligator, after a while, crocodile, and hasta la chala, babies. Okay, take care. Shavua Tov. May you have a good week. May you find the happiness that